The question of the evening is, will a man change for a woman? Or vice versa, will a woman change for a man? What do y'all think? I feel like a man is not going to change for a woman. I've heard that all my life, the statement being a man is going to change for the woman that he wants. Or a woman is going to change. Because you got some women out here too now that got a lot of little vices. We all got our vices, but like on another level. A man won't or doesn't change for a woman necessarily. I personally feel like a man changes for himself, and then he's able to pour into that woman. Once he changes for himself, it has to be for yourself first. Because if you're doing something for anybody else or for anything else, then I feel like it won't last long. It'll be like an on and off switch. Like I'm doing this for them, so I have to maintain this certain type of, these certain type of characteristics, or I have to move a certain way where I'm only doing it for them more so myself, so it's not genuine. I think he changes for himself. I think he makes the decision, he makes the choice and takes the initiative to be like, you know what? I'm at a point in my life where I want to change for myself. Be better for myself so that I can be better for others. To say that, oh, I'm just gonna change in the blink of an eye for a woman, it will not last long at all. It's like when it's for yourself, it's very personal. That switch that you have to cut on and off, it's like always on because you're very intentional and you're doing these things and you're practicing towards these things for you. Yes, true enough, a woman or a man may inspire you to change. It always has to start with self. Everything starts with self, where they get to the point where they reach or they're working towards their higher selves so that they can now give another person a different version of themselves. And it's not like, oh, it's fake. You know what I mean? It's going to just be like an on and off thing just because someone else wants it. Like you have to want it. Like anything in life, you have to want it bad enough. Just like seeing potential in someone, but they don't see it in themselves. It just won't, it won't last long. Changing for someone else is kind of like putting a bandage over a wound. And I'll use the woman as being the bandage in a man's case. And I say that because he's changing for her. So I'm saying that the bandage is the woman. But once the bandage comes off, or once the woman has left or is no longer in that man's life, the wound is still there and it hasn't healed. You know what I mean? So nothing has changed is what I'm saying. Nothing has changed with that wound because of the bandage, the one being the woman that you put on, and once you took it off, it's still not healed. Because to me, most wounds heal when they're exposed. We all have to do things for ourselves. Most women, we think, even me being one of those women, going through life, not knowing better and stuff like that, thinking like, oh, we have so much hope when it comes to men. We take a lot of shit. Like we can take much more than men in most cases. And we think, well, he may have cheated on her, or he may have abused her, or he may have done this and that to her, but he's not going to do that to me because of who I am and how I feel about me. And he's going to change for me. But if that person hasn't changed for them or is not willing to change for them, they won't do it for you. They have to do it for them first, or it won't last. I promise you. Just like a man cheating. And I always use that because I guess that just shows a bit of my, it kind of says some things that I've been through or dealt with. I feel like a lot of us women have been cheated on. I know that I have. I can put my hand up probably a couple of times. And we just think, oh, he's gonna change for me. Like, no, babe. Like, he has to want to change for himself. Yes, you can inspire him by being you and bringing your energy and just bringing all that you have to the table naturally, but they not gonna change for you, ladies. Like, that's just my opinion. This is my perspective. Anything that's on here, on this platform, is my perspective and my opinion. You know, it is for sure up for debate. We can definitely elaborate. If you have, drop it in the comments. I'm here for that. Even with the cheating and stuff, like, we think maybe it's something we did wrong, or maybe we should do this differently or do that differently, and maybe he'll do better. And I know personally for me, with the whole cheating, it hurts so bad to the point where I felt like, well, maybe I can still change this person. I had such a huge void that I was trying to fill that void with the very same person that caused it in the first place. But yeah, we can't change nobody. They have to want to change themselves to the point where they want to get better. They want to be better and reach their higher selves. And now once they reach a certain point, now it's like, okay, I can actually be better for you or give you what I need to give for you. And once I become better on a certain level, I can then decide from a better mental state whether I even want to be that for you, whether I even want to share my higher self with you as a man. Because when we're in certain states or certain, levels in our lives, we tend to deal with a lot of different people that we wouldn't necessarily deal with if we were at our higher selves. It's only because I'm at a certain level as to why I'm even meshing or bonding with certain people. And a lot of times that's trauma bonding, or that's just where you are in your mental space. So that's what you're attracting throughout the universe. Where you are, that's just what you bring. You can't put a bandage or be with someone, or the bandage, like I said, be with a woman or be with a man, and now it's like, oh, I'm just gonna magically change. No, it takes time, and you have to want to do it for you. So take that bandage off, expose some things, and change for you. And then everything else will fall in line. It's almost like the reality that someone cheats and lies for a woman is like, it makes them look more toward the potential of what they would be if the cheating and the lying was removed from the equation, which to me causes them to latch on more in hopes that they'll be able to change that person, or they'll be able to, at some point in time, the longer they stay, maybe the person will change for them. So they think. It's like, okay, yeah, this person is this and that because they cheat and because they lie. But if that was taken away, this person is actually a great person. So maybe one day they'll outgrow that, or they'll change for me to the point where now that's removed. So now I think everything will be great and everything will be fine. And maybe it will, but to hold on and to think that it's going to happen because of you, like you're in for a rude awakening. Like I said, it's just like constantly holding on to a person's potential, thinking because they have potential, things will work, but they don't see the potential. So it's like, what are we really doing? So yeah, just the whole moral of the discussion is to just do things for yourself, and everything else will fall in line. And that's just a note to myself also. Like, I go through things too. Things happen, play with, cheated on. A lot of things happen. It's about what we do after that. Does the outcome always become this perfect thing, or are we now walking down a perfect path after things transpire because we know better and because we want to do better and all of that? No, things still happen. Lessons are still being taught. We would really hope to fail forward throughout those lessons versus failing backwards, meaning that if I'm failing forward, I'm learning from these lessons and moving forward versus, going through the same lessons over and over again. But sometimes it takes 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6 times. That's just the reality of it. Sometimes it takes a lot. Different people require different lessons, different time frames. We live and we learn. Even if it takes longer, we may put time frames on things, and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that, and You know, we say things and we make our own plans, but only God has the plan. Like they say, tell God, if you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans. You know, because it doesn't go our way at all. Like we can make plans up to a certain point, to an extent. But at the end of the day, God has the last say so. But it's like everything is already done. We're not in control of much or nothing. We ain't in control at all. So you just gotta do your best and be your best and live and learn. Make your mistakes. That's the way that we learn. But that's it, y'all. I'm out. I know I was kind of all over the place. Y'all make sure y'all drop in the comments what y'all think about this topic. What's y'all perspective on it? Let me know. And also drop some topics in the comments also. And let me know what y'all would like for me to discuss. You know, what my perspective would be on certain topics. I have a lot of things actually to talk about already. I have a whole notes full of different topics. You know, so we're gonna get around to all of that. But I want y'all to tap in and chime in too and let me know what y'all would like to discuss. Because I know I feel like I have a lot to say about men and women, because I'm a woman. Especially women, I got a lot to say about us, which I've said in a whole lot of vlogs. I done said a whole lot of good stuff. And y'all give me some topics that y'all want to discuss, that y'all want to hear the perspective on outside of your own. You know, so just let me know. Let me know. Thank y'all for vibing with me. I will definitely see y'all in the next sit down podcast. Y'all make sure y'all tap into my TikTok. I'm very active on there as of lately. TikTok is the same as my YouTube, Vibing with Rare Breed. So y'all tap in and let me know. Also, let me know how y'all like my little setup and everything. My Instagram also, Vibing with Rare Breed. All platforms is Vibing with Rare Breed. I'm out of here, y'all, and I will definitely see y'all next time.
Pull out the fine wine glasses, dinner in bed. Went and took some culinary classes. Gotta stay sexy for you, baby. Tighten up my body, working on my ghetto Pilates. I'm not going out tonight. We can hit the sofa, cuddle up, satellite surf. Oh, baby, whatever, let me accommodate you. Is there anything you like for me to change? My plaques, but I can't cover up my tracks. Oh no, I did some things that I can't take back. But baby, it's true, I would change it all for you.